Hey everybody, welcome to my video today. Today I've got a job going on. I've got a few things that I'm, dealing with equipment and stuff as always. It's just how it is. Somehow, I'm sure a limb did it or something. I've actually got an open ticket. I've got to I've got to take some photos and send it in to Senna, but my Senna head tooth on Bluetooth set, the speaker wire got snipped off somehow. It looks more cut than torn. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but I answered a call one day. I could hear them, they couldn't hear me. That would be why. So got to get that fixed. But today, man, this poor helmet has all kinds of nastiness on it. I've got to put my Bluetooth on there. Get that, not my Bluetooth, my mount. So I guess I'm going to put it probably about right there. Something like that. I'm trying to find some, man, that is the one bad thing about the Protos helmet. It just doesn't have good contour for cameras. So gonna figure out what I'm doing with that, and then I'll go from there. But yeah, so I've got one job that I'm gonna do today for sure, and then I've got another one I might start. Got some Lombardi Poplars, or I forgot what their Latin name is. I just looked it up again, but I'm trying to learn this stuff. Yeah, so I've got some Lombardi Poplar, well, one that's got two stems that I've got to climb today. The thing that I always worry about with trees like that here, well, first off, it's my first Lombardi Poplar to climb and remove, and I'm only removing it till about 10 feet or so, and then the neighbor, or the client wants to drop the stem himself. It's real. I'm doing it for stupid cheap. I really shouldn't even be doing it. That's my fault. It was supposed to be part of another job, and it ended up not. There ended up not being enough time in it, and I said, well, for this amount more, I'll just come back and do it for you, so you're not left hanging. And now I'm just viewing it as a training opportunity more than anything. But the problem with Lombardi Poplars out here, well, the problem with just about every tree out here is that topping is a huge thing. Sure, most of you have dealt with that in your area as well. So like, I went out there and I inspected these trees a couple of times just to make sure that they hadn't been topped before, simply because, well, any topped tree, the regrowth is not real strong, not nearly as strong, right, as the original growth. And also on top of that, poplar isn't the strongest wood. We all know that. So I'm just gonna be cautious. What I'm gonna do is climb up one side, spiking and lanyard it in, and then take my climb rope with me. So my climb rope will be the second lanyard, and I'll go up. I will set a multi-sling as a double line tie-in point after I've cut off, all the limbs on the way up, and then I'll swap over to the stem that's only like 1.5 feet away or 2 feet away, and maybe 3 at the very top, and then I will start dropping it coming down with that redirect and the other stem. Or not redirect, but the tie-in point and the stem beside me. So that's what I'm going to do today. And then if I get done with that, I have another job in downtown that I will be trimming out the dead and trimming up, doing a bunch of deadwooding, and then trimming up a little bit of the limbs and stuff, trying to make it less heavy in certain areas. One of them is really rotten on the inside. They're old cottonwoods, and one stem, so the trunk is rotten, I'll show you that, but then a stem has rot at the base for one of the leads, where it was topped in the past as well. So on that one, my goal is to single line and then double line. So I'll be tied in like a V-rig, but one will be double line and one will be SRT, and try to work that to get the dead out of it and lighten it up a little bit, and then they didn't want it gone, so I'll leave it. The city didn't approve the removal, so I'll leave it. But I'm going to do that kind of stuff. And so today's going to be an interesting day for sure. I don't know if this will be 1 or 2 videos or maybe even more, but I'm going to see what I can do to make it interesting, and I'll see you guys here in a little bit. All right, so my client that I actually got referred to by somebody else for these Lombardi Poplars actually wanted me to do it for less, and there's no way I was doing it for less. So I talked to him, and now I'm doing it for what I had originally, or a little bit more actually. So that worked out well. Yeah, you know, being able to do it for a little bit more makes it a little bit more worth it, but honestly, it's the training that I'm doing this for, the experience. As most of you know, I don't claim to be a super experienced climber or tree service guy. I am learning, and I am doing everything I can to learn as much as I can. I'm putting on my camera right now. Hopefully this will hold better. You know, the only problem I have with this helmet is that it just does not have good GoPro mount features. That's like really the biggest issue I have. You know, I just wish that the form was just a little bit more GoPro friendly. I wish the fanner would put, I mean, you can see where I've had others, I gotta clean that off. But I wish that fanner would put like a little flat spot or more smooth curve there on the side to keep this stuff mounted, honestly. So we'll see if that one works. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't. I know other people have got them mounted. I've just got to figure out how mine's gonna work best, I guess. That's just how it is. So glad that I don't have one of the Fanner Protos helmets with the yellow on them. They're just so bright. Of course, I got my little tree stuff sticker there, which I like. Oh, and I got another sticker that I'm putting on. Whose is it? You'll see in a moment. And I'm happy to put his sticker on because, man, he has helped me out so much. Always willing to give some advice, take a few moments to answer some questions or whatever, just chat a little bit, which is very cool of him. Yeah, I'm gonna put him up on the front, I think. Oh no, don't do that. I just dropped his sticker. Don't do that. Eventually I'll probably get a sticker or two. Oh no, don't do that either. Arg. Stickers and curved surfaces, not ideal. Not ideal at all. You would never know that I used to actually lay vinyl for a living, considering how much trouble I'm having getting this cool sticker on. It doesn't help that I chose like the coldest part of the season to apply stickers to my helmet, that's for sure. There you go. See, Patrick? There you go, Patrick. There you go, man. There it is. So I'm gonna get my saddle on, I'm gonna get everything together, and then I will go get in the tree. I'll probably put my spurs on over there because, well, it's closer to the area. And then I will, that way I'm not walking across crazy stuff that jacks them all up. So we'll see you on the other side. Here we go. I'm about to get started with the poplars. Now, these poplars have not been topped before, which makes them a little bit safer than others, but they're not super huge. So there is a challenge with the just the size of them not being as big as some trees in diameter, so that makes them a bit more weak. So there's always a little bit of a balancing act to do with that for sure. And you can see these are the poplars I'm cutting down. I'll leave them around 12 foot tall or so. Just gonna spike up to the top, take the tops out, come down, and work on them that way.